guys, thanks for joining me today. I am doing a major overhaul of my makeup collection and I am doing a declutter. And so I went ahead and filmed it. This is the first one. I hope you enjoy it and I hope you learn something about it. I love declutters. I find them interesting and I find them very informative because if you're going to get rid of something, I want to know why. Maybe I won't buy it anymore. Maybe I'll look forward to, you know, getting it or not getting it. So I hope this makes sense to you. I hope you enjoy it, looking through my collection, and we'll go ahead and get started. Who needs this much primer? Who needs this many? Oh my goodness. Okay, so let me tell you real quick before we begin. My skin type's dry. I'm over 50, so I've got the aging thing. I tend to like luminous, non-drying, but lately I've been having some issues with my pores, so I do appreciate a light pore filling, or at least a combination of the two. So with that in mind, let's go through it. This I use almost every day. This is the Catrice Prime and Fine. This is a smoothing pore primer. As you can tell, I'm almost out of it. This is very similar to the Tarte Clean Slate, and I definitely recommend this, and I will be repurchasing it. Sephora Beauty Amplifier. This, I never use this. This kind of is a dupe for the Becca Backlight Priming Filter. This is the reason why I'm doing this, you guys. It's because I forget what I have in there, but this is beautiful. So I'm going to go ahead and keep this because I'd like to try it more often. I think I got this as a recommendation from Katie, Luster Luxe. So I'm going to go ahead and keep that. MAC Strobe Cream is just amazing. If you've never tried a strobe cream, they have multiple different colors. I got peach, and it's just the lightest peachy goodness. Let me put a little bit on for you. Okay, it comes out looking white. So as you rub it in, it just gives you the most beautiful, soft illumination. You can put this on by itself and just wear nothing, but maybe some mascara and a lip. Would be very pretty for summer. I put way too much on. Or you could even put it into your moisturizer, put it into your foundation. It's a beautiful product. I highly, highly recommend it. It's just beautiful. So I'm keeping that if you couldn't tell how much I love it. And I highly recommend just pretty much any of the colors, whatever works for you and whatever you like. But go into MAC sometime and try them out. They are just beautiful. Okay, here's the Cover FX Illuminating Primer. You know, when Backlight Filter from Becca first came out, everyone started coming out with illuminating ones, and this is one of them. This is getting old, so I'm actually going to toss this, but this is the same kind of idea. In fact, there's not that much left in here. I've been using this one up. I can't hardly get anything out. So I'm tossing that, but it's the same kind of idea. Cover FX makes great face products, and I did use most of it up, so I'm going to go ahead and toss that because it's also getting old. Milk Makeup. This was like a perk, I think I got one time. This is a blur stick, and I did not care for this. It was so drying on my skin. It was really bad. Not good for an aging woman with dry skin, so I'm tossing that. Laura Mercier. I have, I think, 2 of these. Do I have more than 2? No, I think I only have 2. Laura Mercier's Radiant Foundation Primer. These are beautiful, and I love both of them. I've been using them. They're very similar to the Becca, so I'm definitely keeping it. It's a really pretty luminosity to it, and it's a for sure, so I'm keeping that. Hourglass. This is the Mineral Veil Deluxe sample size, and this is the itty bitty sample size, and I use both of them. It's a pricey one, but it has a little bit of pore filling mixed with a little bit of luminosity. That's why I love it so much. I highly recommend you going and trying this, although it is a pretty pricey one, but I'm going to go ahead and keep these. I need to use up this because it's so expensive. This is the YSL Touche Eclat Blur Primer. This has little sparkles, but it is a gelled silicone primer, but it works beautifully on the skin. And once again, it's gotten shoved to the back of my drawer and therefore I've missed it. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep this and finish it out. Makeup Forever Step 1 Skin Equalizer. This is a hydrating base and this is old, so I'm gonna be getting rid of this. And here's the same product, but in the base, smoothing primer base, and this is old, so I'm getting rid of this. This is from First Aid Beauty. This is a Hello Fab Coconut Skin Smoothing Primer, and this is another one that I have forgotten about. It's almost full, which is such a shame. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep this and try to work on using it up. Here's a little version of that YSL, so I'm gonna go ahead and keep that because it's the same as the big product. Here are two very bougie primers that I got in deluxe samples of. This is from Guerlain, and this also is infused with little gold specks in it, and these are just delicious. So I'm gonna go ahead and use them up. And I like them okay. I wouldn't say they're terrific, but I like it okay. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of these. These are the Smashbox Photo Finish primers, and these are just way too silicone for me, so I'm gonna get rid of them. Here is the Dr. Brandt Illuminizing Primer, and this is old, so I'm gonna be getting rid of it. And this is the Estee Edit, the line that Estee Lauder put out. This is a Pore Vanishing Stick, and this is pretty old, so I'm gonna toss it as well. And this is the MAC Painterly Paint Pot, and this is all dried up, so I'm gonna be tossing that. Or actually doing them, give back to MAC for recycle. This is the Becca. This is the illuminating version called First Light of the primer, and it's beautiful. I'm gonna go ahead and keep this. This is another one that got stuck to the back, which is such a shame. It's another illuminating one. A lot of times what I'll do is put the illuminating one all over my face, and then I'll go in with like the pore priming and just put towards the center where I have the largest pores, and so I'll do like both. This is so old. This is the L'Oreal Magic Lumi. This was the bomb back in the day, but this is way too old, so it's getting tossed. Here's the Fenty eye primer. This is a beautiful eye primer, and so I'll be keeping that. Here's another one of the little hourglasses. I love getting these, especially for travel, overnight trips and stuff, so I'm keeping that. This is the Too Faced, the Peach Primer, and I did not care for this, nor do I like the smell, so I'm tossing this. Here is the MAC Prep and Prime 24-Hour Extended Eye Base. I really like this for an eye base, but this is pretty old, so I've got to toss it. And then here's 3 little samples of bases from MAC that I received in some gift set, and I'm going to go ahead and keep them and just use them up. I wouldn't say that this is a baby sample of the strobe cream, and then these 2 are the Prep and Primes. I would say I love the strobe cream for sure, but I'm not sure I would get these again, but I'm definitely going to keep them just to use them up. So I'm keeping 19 and getting rid of 12. Okay, this is the CoverGirl Vitalist Healthy Elixir. So messy, and I'm not sure why. I guess maybe it's leaking or something. I don't know. But anyhow, I have this in the shade Nude Beige, and I'm trying to get through it. I don't mind it. I would never repurchase this. That's just me. It's not, well, see, yeah, I could tell that the lid's not even fitting on here. That's probably half the problem. It's okay. It's a little bit thick, and I usually, actually, what I use this most for is as a mixer, and I can kind of get through it that way. I have about half the bottle, and I definitely need to finish it up before it goes bad. So I'm going to go ahead and keep this for right now. One thing that I do see right here is the Josie Maran Vibrancy Foundation Fluid. This I had in the shade Awakened, but it was a very thick, very luminous formula because it had some oil in it. Jaclyn Hill is the one that raved about this. So of course I went out and bought it, and it was just too much for me. It was like a greasy mess on me. So I'm definitely going to get rid of that. The e.l.f. Flawless Finish Foundation is one that I have not been able to get to work for me. It just shows up as foundation on my skin, so I'm getting rid of this. The Flower Beauty Light Illusion foundation. This is in the shade Soft Sand, and it's a pump. I don't know. I don't think I would ever repurchase this. I'm trying to get through it because I don't want to waste it. It's a little bit newer to me, but it's really a struggle for me. What I end up doing is putting this on if I'm just going to run out and run a quick errand, and I don't expect it to be, you know, at its best. So, not my favorite, but I am getting through it. A lot of people really like this though. This one, however, this is the Hourglass Vanishing Stick Foundation. I have mine in the shade Warm Beige. Now, I will say right off the bat, it looks really yellow until I start blending it in. You know, it has like a real yellowy tone to it. But this blends out beautifully on me, and I really do like it, and I would get this again for sure. But so for right now, I'm definitely keeping the Hourglass Vanishing Stick. This is a newer one. I just filmed a review on this. This is the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear. I have it in the shade 460, and I'm going to be having a review on it coming up on my channel, but just a preview to it is I do like it, so I'm keeping that. This was originally my favorite stick foundation. This is the Makeup Forever HD stick. I have it in the shade Y365. You know, Makeup Forever, I can't stand their numbers for everything. But anyhow, it's a really nice medium to full coverage foundation. It's a little bit drier than the Hourglass one, but I can get it to work if my skin's in really good condition. So I do like this one, and I'll go ahead and keep it. Number 7 Stay Perfect Foundation. I have it in the shade Warm Beige. And this is a beautiful foundation. I love it very much. This was a holy grail for me. Now I have to say others are kind of sneaking in and taking its place, but I do want to finish this up for sure. The Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1. This came out. This is in, I have it in medium beige. This was supposed to be like a concealer slash foundation. It was very thick, very full coverage, and this is just really, really old. I think I would not get this again. It seemed just a little bit too heavy for my skin. It kind of showed all my imperfections. It was just a little bit too much. Laura Mercier Silk Cream Moisturizing Photo Edition Foundation. I have it in the shade Cashew Beige. I really, really like this one. I wouldn't say it's a holy grail, but I do like this, and I'll go ahead and keep it. The Maybelline Fit Me Dewy and Smooth Foundation. I have it in the shade Natural Beige. And, you know, it's okay. This is just, I don't know. I would not get this again. You know, a lot of people like the matte and poreless, but that one's a little too drying for me with my dry skin. So I tried the dewy and smooth, and I don't feel like it's as good. So I am going to finish this up, but I would not repurchase this. Well, we all know how I feel about this one. The L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow. I have the shade 208. My holy grail. Love it. Love it. It just looks great on my skin. It really does. It lasts well, and it does not emphasize any of my wrinkles, and it's just my go-to, and it's affordable, so that's awesome. I'm keeping it for sure. NARS, this is the Sheer Glow, and I have it in the shade Stromboli. And this one is a beautiful foundation. I do love it, and I would consider getting it again. But right now, to be honest with you, I'm loving the drugstore. So I don't see a need to have to go get those high-end ones, but it is a good one. Okay, this was an impulse buy right here. This is the Urban Decay Naked Skin One and Done. This is supposed to be like just a one-time easy, almost BBCC thing. It's a hybrid. I have it in the shade medium. And I hate this. I'm gonna not have this anymore. I'm getting rid of it. I have it about halfway, I think, and I just can't get it to work for me. It looks heavy on me. It looks cakey on me. It is just, I just can't get it to work. It's just not for me. So this one's going. And last, a new purchase, the LA Girl Pro Coverage foundation. This is an illuminating one. I have it in the shade Natural, and I did a video on this, trying it on. I'll link that video. Oh, I don't know how I feel about this. It's not my favorite. It's not horrible, but it's not my favorite. It is inexpensive, which is lovely. And so I'm going to go ahead and keep on trying this, but the verdict's out on it. So that's what I have. I got rid of 4, and these are what I have left, which is still so many for one person. So there you go. That's my first of my declutters. I hope you stick around for my other ones. They'll be coming soon, and I hope you have a great day. Bye, guys.